The studio lights dim slightly as the Loose Women theme music fades out, and the audience applauds enthusiastically. Kay Adams, the host, smiles warmly at the camera and introduces the special guest for the day, Jeremy Clarkson, the outspoken presenter known for his motoring shows and now his farming adventures. Jeremy strides onto the set with his signature confident swagger, wearing a casual shirt and jeans, looking every bit the rugged farmer he's become. He shakes hands with the panelists Kay, Nadia Sawalha, Jane Moore, and Denise Welch before settling into the guest chair. The conversation starts lightheartedly, with Kay asking about his latest series on farming. Jeremy launches into an animated explanation, describing the trials of running Diddly Squat Farm. From battling bad weather to dealing with bureaucratic red tape, he jokes about his mishaps with tractors and livestock, eliciting laughs from the audience. Nadia chimes in, praising how the show highlights the struggles of British farmers, and Jane nods in agreement, sharing her own thoughts on rural life. But Denise sits quietly at first, her expression stern, arms crossed, clearly brewing something. As Jeremy continues, emphasizing the importance of supporting local agriculture, Denise interrupts sharply, her voice cutting through the jovial atmosphere like a knife. "Hang on a minute, Jeremy," she says, leaning forward aggressively. "You're talking about caring for the land and animals, but let's not forget your track record. Do you treat those poor creatures on your farm any better than you've treated your colleagues over the years?" The audience gasps softly, and Jeremy's smile falters for a split second. He chuckles awkwardly, trying to deflect. "Well, Denise, I've always been passionate about what I do, whether it's cars or cows." But Denise isn't having it. She presses on, her tone rising. "Passionate? You've been fired from jobs, called a bully, and now you're playing farmer with your millions. This isn't passion, it's a vanity project for a man who's dodged accountability his whole career." Kay tries to steer the conversation back, but the tension is palpable. Jeremy retorts, "I came here to talk about farming, not ancient history. If this is an ambush, perhaps I should reconsider." The exchange heats up quickly, with Denise accusing him of entitlement and Jeremy defending his right to reinvent himself. Nadia and Jane attempt to mediate, but Denise doubles down, mocking his posh farmer image and questioning why someone like him gets endless second chances while others don't. The audience murmurs, some cheering Denise's boldness, others looking shocked. Jeremy's face reddens, his usual wit turning sharp. "You know, I've faced tougher crowds, but this feels personal." "What's your beef, Denise?" "Jealous of the farm life," she snaps back. "Jealous? Of a man who punches producers and writes offensive columns? No, I'm calling out hypocrisy." The back and forth escalates, with Jeremy standing his ground on his show's merits and Denise dredging up past controversies, from his Top Gear days to his Meghan Markle comments. Kay calls for a commercial break, but not before Jeremy unclips his microphone, declaring, "If this is how Loose Women treats guests, count me out." He storms off the set, leaving the panel in stunned silence as the camera cuts away. The narrator's voiceover kicks in post-break, recapping the explosive moment for viewers who might have missed it, emphasizing how a simple promo appearance turned into a viral clash. Social media erupts immediately, with hashtags like #Clarkson vs Welch trending worldwide. Fans of Jeremy defend his exit, calling Denise out for being rude and unprofessional, while her supporters praise her for holding him accountable. Clips of the argument spread like wildfire on TikTok and Twitter, amassing millions of views within hours. Pundits debate whether this was scripted drama or genuine friction, given both personalities' histories of outspokenness. Jeremy later tweets a sarcastic remark about preferring sheep to chat show panels, which garners thousands of likes. Denise responds on Instagram, standing by her words and urging people to focus on real issues like mental health in the industry. The incident sparks broader conversations about celebrity reinvention, class privilege, and the role of talk shows in confronting public figures. Back in the studio, after Jeremy's departure, the panel discusses the fallout live, with Kay apologizing to viewers for the heated turn but defending the show's commitment to honest discussions. Nadia expresses regret that it ended that way, while Jane suggests Jeremy might have overreacted. Denise, unapologetic, reiterates her points, saying she's tired of men like him getting away with bad behavior under the guise of charm. The episode's ratings skyrocket, becoming one of Loose Women's most watched in years. Jeremy's farming show sees a bump in viewership too, as curious fans tune in to see what all the fuss is about. In interviews following the event, Jeremy downplays the drama, calling it just telly, but admits he was surprised by the personal attack. Denise, on the other hand, uses the platform to highlight her advocacy work, turning the spotlight to causes she cares about. The media frenzy continues for days, with tabloids speculating on behind-the-scenes tensions and whether Jeremy will ever return to the show. Ultimately, this clash cements both as polarizing figures in British entertainment, proving that even a daytime talk show can deliver primetime drama. As the dust settles from Jeremy Clarkson's dramatic walkout on Loose Women, the internet explodes with memes and hot takes. One popular meme shows Jeremy's face superimposed on a cow, with the caption "When the panel gets too moody." Comment sections fill with divided opinions. Some call Denise Welch a hero for speaking truth to power, others label her a bully who ruined a fun segment. Jeremy, ever the provocateur, fuels the fire with a column in The Sun, where he humorously recounts the incident, comparing Denise's interrogation to being grilled by a particularly aggressive border collie. He writes, "I went on to talk spuds and sheep, not my CV from the last century, but apparently, loose women means loose cannons." Denise fires back on her podcast, defending her stance and sharing stories of industry sexism she's faced, implying Jeremy represents the old guard that's overdue for a reckoning. The panel reconvenes the next day without Jeremy, dedicating a segment to the fallout. Kay Adams opens with, "Yesterday got a bit spicy, didn't it? But that's what makes Loose Women real." Nadia Sawalha adds levity, joking about needing hazard pay for celebrity guests. Jane Moore offers a balanced view, noting that while Denise was passionate, perhaps the timing wasn't ideal. Denise, however, stands firm. "I'm not sorry for asking tough questions. If we can't challenge each other, what's the point?" Viewers call in, some supporting Denise's boldness, others lamenting the loss of civil discourse. One caller says, "Jeremy was there to promote his show. It felt like an attack." Another praises, "Finally, someone called him out." The show's producers revel in the publicity, with insiders revealing that bookings for future episodes have surged. Jeremy's team, meanwhile, spins the narrative positively, announcing new episodes of his farming series with teaser clips showing him triumphantly harvesting crops. Social media influencers recreate the argument in skits, exaggerating Jeremy's gruff responses and Denise's fiery retorts for comedic effect. A viral TikTok has actors lip-syncing the key lines. Denise's vanity project accusation met with Jeremy's ambush comeback. Celebrities weigh in too. Piers Morgan tweets support for Jeremy, calling it typical lefty pile-on, while Sharon Osbourne sides with Denise, saying women need to speak up. The incident even makes international news, with American outlets like TMZ dubbing it Britain's wildest talk show meltdown. Back home, Loose Women's ratings hold strong, proving controversy sells. Jeremy appears on other shows to promote his work, carefully avoiding Loose Women mentions but hinting at no hard feelings. Denise uses the momentum to advocate for mental health awareness, linking it to the pressures of public scrutiny. Months later, rumors swirl of a potential rematch, with producers teasing a reunion episode. Fans speculate wildly. Will Jeremy return? Will apologies be made? The anticipation builds, turning a single heated exchange into a cultural phenomenon. In retrospectives, analysts point to this as a turning point in daytime TV, where fluff gives way to raw confrontation. Jeremy's farm shop sees increased visitors, curious fans wanting a piece of the drama. Denise's book sales spike as people seek her unfiltered views. Ultimately, both emerge stronger, their brands bolstered by the clash. The script of public life writes itself, with twists no one saw coming. Diving deeper into the backstory, Jeremy Clarkson's appearance on Loose Women was meant to be a straightforward promo for his farming documentary series, showcasing the gritty realities of modern agriculture. He arrived at the ITV studios early, chatting amiably with crew members about his latest harvest woes. The panelists, known for their candid chats, had prepped questions on everything from crop failures to celebrity farming pitfalls. But Denise Welch, with her history of vocal activism, had other ideas. Sources close to the show reveal she researched Jeremy's controversial past extensively, from his 2015 Top Gear punch-up to his inflammatory newspaper columns. As the cameras rolled, the initial banter flowed smoothly, Jeremy regaling tales of lambing season disasters, the audience eating it up. Then Denise struck, her first jab about animal treatment landing like a haymaker. Jeremy, caught off guard, tried humor. "My cows get better care than I do most days." But Denise persisted, listing grievances. "You've mocked minorities, punched producers, and now you're the savior of farming? Give me a break." The other panelists shifted uncomfortably. Kay interjected, "Let's keep it on the farm, shall we?" But the genie was out. Jeremy countered, "This isn't journalism, it's a hatchet job. I thought Loose Women was about empowerment, not takedowns." Denise shot back, "Empowerment for whom? Not for the people you've offended over the years." The argument spiraled, touching on class, privilege, and media hypocrisy. Nadia tried lightening the mood with a joke about Jeremy's beer-making ventures, but it fell flat. Jane Moore defended Jeremy's right to evolve, saying, "People change, look at all of us here." Yet Denise dominated, her passion stemming from personal experiences with tabloid scrutiny. Jeremy, growing frustrated, accused her of projecting. "Sounds like you've got your own axes to grind." The climax came when Denise called his farm a playground for the rich, prompting Jeremy to stand. "I've had enough of this nonsense." He removed his mic pack, muttering, "Thanks for the hospitality," and exited stage left. The live audience erupted in mixed reactions: boos, applause, whispers. Post-show, the control room buzzed with excitement. Producers knew they'd struck gold. Jeremy retreated to his dressing room, phoning his agent with a mix of anger and amusement. Denise, adrenaline pumping, high-fived supporters backstage. The clip hit online platforms almost immediately, edited versions amplifying the drama with slow-motion replays and dramatic music. Commentators analyzed body language, Jeremy's clenched jaw, Denise's pointed finger. Psychologists weighed in on confrontation dynamics, noting how personal histories fueled the fire. Jeremy's fans launched petitions for an apology, while Denise's garnered solidarity from feminist groups. The event overshadowed other news, even prompting parliamentary mentions about media conduct. In follow-up interviews, Jeremy quipped, "I'll stick to debating with sheep if they're less argumentative." Denise reflected, "It was raw, but necessary. Silence enables bad behavior." The ripple effects extended to sponsorships. Jeremy's farm products flew off shelves, Denise's charity events sold out. Talk show formats evolved, with more emphasis on accountability segments. Years on, this moment is replayed in Best TV Meltdowns compilations, a testament to the power of unscripted tension. Exploring the aftermath in detail, Loose Women's team faced internal reviews following Jeremy Clarkson's exit, with executives praising the buzz but cautioning against alienating guests. Denise Welch became the face of the controversy, her social media flooded with both vitriol and praise. She posted a thoughtful thread explaining her motivations. "I've been in this industry long enough to see patterns of unchecked privilege. Asking questions isn't attacking, it's dialogue." Jeremy, from his Oxfordshire farm, recorded a vlog response, showing him tending to pigs while venting. Went on a show called Loose Women, ended up in a tight spot. Lesson learned: stick to tractors. The video garnered millions of views, boosting his channel subscriptions. Media outlets dissected the exchange frame by frame. Denise's interruptions tallied at 12, Jeremy's retorts at 8. Pundits on Good Morning Britain debated if it was gendered bias or fair game. Susanna Reid sided with balance, while Piers Morgan, Jeremy's pal, blasted Denise as unhinged. Denise appeared on rival shows, articulating her views on toxic masculinity in entertainment. Fan art emerged, cartoons of Jeremy fleeing a Welch wielding pitchfork, or Denise as a superhero cape-clad interrogator. Merchandise popped up at t-shirts saying Team Clarkson or Welch Warrior. The incident inspired podcasts episodes, with hosts role-playing alternate endings. What if Jeremy stayed? What if apologies flowed? Psychological insights revealed how such clashes tap into public catharsis, allowing viewers to vicariously confront figures. Jeremy's sales for Diddly Squat books surged 300%, per reports. Denise's memoir re-entered charts, her candid mental health discussions resonating anew. Loose Women capitalized with a heated debate special, inviting experts on conflict resolution. Ratings peaked. Advertisers clamored for spots. Jeremy teased a farming episode parodying talk shows, with scarecrows as panelists. Denise launched a campaign against online harassment, turning negativity into advocacy. Celebrities like James May and Richard Hammond ribbed Jeremy publicly, while her Loose Women co-stars backed her in joint statements. The cultural impact lingered, influencing scripts for dramas like The Crown's media portrayals. Documentaries on TV feuds featured this prominently, interviewing insiders. Jeremy and Denise never reconciled publicly, but mutual respect hints surfaced in later comments. Jeremy: "She's feisty, I'll give her that." Denise: "He's entertaining, but needs checking." The event's legacy: a reminder that live TV thrives on unpredictability, turning ordinary appearances into legendary lore. To fully appreciate the build-up, recall Jeremy Clarkson's evolution from car enthusiast to agrarian advocate. His Amazon series demystified farming, blending humor with harsh truths about subsidies and sustainability. Booking him on Loose Women seemed a coup across promotion gold. Denise Welch, a Loose Women staple since 2005, brought her own baggage, battles with depression, addiction recovery, and outspoken feminism. Their paths crossed indirectly before, via shared circles in British Delhi. Pre-show, tensions simmered. Denise tweeted vaguely about overhyped celebs days prior. On air, the spark ignited early. Jeremy's opening anecdotes charmed, but Denise's skepticism brewed. Her first question veered off script. "Farming's tough, but so is facing your past. How do you square that?" Jeremy parried, "By moving forward, love." But Denise escalated, citing specific incidents: the Argentina number plate fiasco, the Meghan column backlash. "You're not a victim, you're the instigator," she accused. Jeremy rebutted, "Ancient news, let's talk turnips." The panel divided, Nadia empathetic to Jeremy's reinvention, Jane neutral, Kay moderating frantically. Audience polls flashed on screen. A 60% sided with Jeremy mid-show. Denise's passion peaked. "This is about accountability in a post-Me Too world." Jeremy: "Me Too? I punched a bloke over a steak, not harassment." The quip drew laughs, but Denise fumed, minimizing violence. Typical. As tempers flared, producers signaled for wrap-up, but Jeremy bolted first. "Cheers, Lady S. Been a blast." Post-exit chaos ensued. Emergency filler segments? Apologetic tweets from the show. Jeremy drove home blasting rock music, later sharing a pint with mates recounting the tale. Denise debriefed with family, proud but reflective. The viral storm hit peak velocity overnight, with edits set to dramatic scores. Satire shows like Have I Got News For You lampooned it mercilessly. Economic angles emerged. Jeremy's farm tourism boomed. Denise's speaking gigs multiplied. Broader discourse on cancel culture intensified. Was this cancellation or conversation? Academics cited it in media studies. Fan conventions buzzed with reenactments. Jeremy's next series included a episode on farming feuds. Denise guest starred elsewhere. Her profile elevated. The incident's endurance lies in its relatability. Who hasn't faced an unexpected grilling? In annals of TV history, it joins ranks with infamous walkouts, a chapter in the Clarkson-Welch saga. Wrapping up the narrative, the Jeremy Clarkson-Denise Welch clash on Loose Women transcends a mere TV spat, evolving into a symbol of generational and ideological divides in entertainment. Jeremy, the boomer iconoclast, versus Denise, the Gen X truth-teller. Their confrontation mirrored societal fractures. Post-event, both capitalized shrewdly. Jeremy's merchandise line expanded with ambush-proof tees. Denise's wellness app gained users. Loose Women revamped formats, incorporating viewer-voted topics to harness engagement. Retrospective specials aired, with unaired footage showing Jeremy's pre-show jitters and Denise's notes. Analysts pegged the economic boost at millions for all involved. cultural exports spread, dubbed versions hit European channels, American remakes pondered, books chronicled the drama, with dueling perspectives,